Hello everyone, I'm Stacy and this is the For Bricks and Giggles YouTube channel. For today's build, I have a Spider-Man 1 Studios set. Set 1376, Spider-Man Action Studio from 2002. So let's get started. Alright, so here we have the completed build. This set is close to 250 pieces and comes with 5 minifigures. And I am so excited to have this set. I have wanted a larger studio set for a long time now. Actually, growing up, my brother had this set and I played with it all the time, but in my house we didn't really duplicate sets a whole lot. So once one of my siblings or I had a set, we would just share amongst each other and not really duplicate, which is understandable because there is such limited space when it comes to Lego. So I'm really happy to have it as an adult now. I really like these types of studio sets because they work on multiple levels. If you had the little camera to record things, this could be used as a movie set, but if not, you could just use it as a regular Spider-Man 1 set. So it's almost like a 2-in-1 set. There were only a couple of Spider-Man 1 sets that actually qualified as studio sets. So this was one, and I think there was one other. The rest were just regular Spider-Man 1 sets. And so until now, I didn't have any Spider-Man 1 sets. So again, it kind of knocked a couple of things off of my bucket list to get a studio set and a Spider-Man 1 set. So before I talk any more about the set, I'll go ahead and show you the minifigures first. So this set does come with 5 minifigures, and I feel like for a set of this size during this era, that's a lot of minifigures. First up, we have the Director, which is a very classic Studios minifigure. I love that they have Director even printed on the back of his torso, and the torso for this minifigure is exclusive to the Studios theme, although his head was a very popular choice around this era in multiple themes. Next up, we have this minifigure that's labeled as Pilot on BrickLink, though I'm not sure if that's a name or an occupation. Either way, a really great minifigure that's only found in a couple of studio sets. Then we have a police officer, though in this context I think he's just an actor and not a real police officer, although this is definitely the police officer of my childhood. Around the late 90s and early 2000s, this is what all the minifigures that were police officers look like, so I definitely love it for that reason. Then you have Spider-Man himself. When I was a kid, I had missed out on things like Insectoids and UFO sets, all of these space lines and things where you would get minifigure heads that came in different colors. I had only ever seen minifigure heads in yellow, so this was a super exciting era for me because this is probably the first minifigure I had ever seen with a red head. So I think this will probably always be my favorite version of Spider-Man. And then we have Peter Parker. I don't know exactly when dual-sided heads appeared, but again, this would have probably been one of the first ones I had ever seen. There were a couple of Harry Potter ones that came out probably this exact same year. It was probably 2002. So again, just a really exciting time for me in Lego with different head variations. So he does look like a really typical minifigure head. This particular pattern was found in a lot of sets for a very long time, but it is dual-sided. So there's the other side, I guess, if he loses his glasses, because if I remember correctly from the movies, once he's bitten by the spider, he doesn't need his glasses anymore. I hope that's correct. It's been a really long time since I've seen the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie, so it's nice that they gave you a dual-sided head for him. But that head is exclusive to this set. Other than the head though, nothing else is exclusive for this minifigure. So 5 fantastic minifigures. So as for the rest of this set, since I did get to open it as a brand new sealed set, it did come with a couple of things in the box I also wanted to show you that don't actually pertain to the build of the set. First up, it did come with this CD-ROM. What a time to be alive that you would actually get any kind of digital media in with a Lego set. Unfortunately, I don't really have any way to play this. I only have a laptop and they've discontinued the DVD player portion of that, so I can't bring this up. It says Sound FX on it, so I don't know if it's like background sounds for like action sequences or something like that. I probably should have looked it up before I started recording, but I just didn't think to. But either way, super cool that they included this. Also came with a postcard so you could send away to get shop at home catalogs. We have all the shop at home catalogs we've ever gotten, which start back in 2001. And as you can imagine, that box is incredibly heavy. but I'm so glad we kept all of them. It is so fun to go back and look through them. I wonder if this address is still active, if you mailed it in, if that would work. I don't know why, but I've moved a few times and I've always had trouble getting the shop at home catalog sent to my new addresses. My home address, we've gotten them, like I said, since 2001, but when I went to college, I got one and then I couldn't get them to send me more. And then when I moved into both of my apartments, again, I could get them to send like a first one and then never got another one after that. So even after talking to support multiple times, they're like, yeah, we've sent it, it's on its way. Never got one. So I hope they don't do away with the shop at home catalogs because I love them. I look at them all the time. Just got one in the mail within the last week, actually, and it just brings back so many good childhood memories of trying to figure out how to spend my allowance money on Lego sets. Now for the rest of the build. First up, we have this great police car build. Nothing more anxiety-inducing than trying to apply 20-plus-year-old stickers, brand new from a sticker sheet, onto a Lego build while filming it. But I think I did okay. It's also really exciting to get to do that as well. I do really like this police car build. It's a little different than really any other police car build I've seen before. And I always like these darker translucent blue windscreens. They just feel a little bit fancier. So no doors for this. You just put your minifigure down through the top of the vehicle. But a great fun build. So you do get a couple of lights to surround the set. I like that they add this detail. Even though they don't light up, it really helps make it feel like a real set. We've also got the director with the little camera. They even added a 1x1 brick to the front of the camera, like a lens to elongate the lens there. Super simple, but a great idea. You have some flames in case you want to set something on set on fire. And these are very simple little builds. You could make 100 more of these for practically nothing if you wanted it to be a more scary looking fire. Got some caution tape, probably to keep the public back so that you can work and it won't be dangerous to pedestrians. But again, a really nice little added touch there. This was a really useful tool if you were actually going to record something. Spider-Man comes with a neck bracket that you can attach to that piece. Very high-tech technology. That way your hand doesn't have to be in the shot and you can make Spider-Man, you know, do some cool moves jumping around on the building without actually having to like hold on to him. For the early 2000s, that was pretty innovative thinking. I definitely thought that was amazing and I wish we had footage because I know we recorded stuff. It's probably saved on a floppy disk somewhere and we just don't have access to it if the floppy disk hasn't already self-destructed all of the contents that are saved on it. But we did definitely record using these little translucent clear bar pieces. So many good memories. Then we have the remainder of the building. Very simple build, but it would actually fit in great with a regular little city setup. So even if you didn't use it as a set, it's still a really unique building. It comes with this paper piece here in the back that's reversible. So it's actually the front for a bank. I feel like that got some mixed reviews at the time. I was a huge fan of them. Some were plastic, some were paper. There were some similar things in Harry Potter and Belleville sets. Since I really didn't know much different than that, I actually loved that stuff. It just added a little bit more to the sets, a little more decorative than you could be with regular building blocks. And it also kept things cheaper, I imagine, than adding things that would have been more detailed to the build. So again, I was a huge fan of that. So you've got the little bank vault, an original brown chair, and then this also opens and there's more money inside. There's also stickers on either side of the building. And this white piece that has the nice little grips that Spider-Man can hold on to, so he can kind of swing around on the building there. You also get this great net piece. So if he shoots a web, there are nice little hooks on the building that can hold that web in place. So an all-around great, thoughtful design. So my siblings and I span 5 years. I have a brother and a sister, and it's really hard when you're growing up to find movies that both boys and girls of a variety of ages would enjoy. And the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies were actually great for us. I watched the first two on repeat for many, many years, and the Lego sets bring back a lot of great great memories from that era. So I'm definitely really happy to have this set in my collection now. After Tobey Maguire left Spider-Man, I have not seen any of the future Spider-Man movies. I'm not really a Marvel or DC kind of person, as you can probably tell by my content, since I don't really review a lot of those types of sets. And now that I'm about 15 to 20 years behind, I can't even imagine what it would take to get caught up on all of those movies. I think it's just because I don't have anyone to watch them with, and I just feel like those types of movies are the type you want to watch with other people. So maybe in the future. A used complete copy of this set is starting around $65 on BrickLink in the US. I feel like for a vintage Spider-Man set, that's actually not that bad. Most of the sets from this series are pretty expensive, especially because the minifigures make them super rare and hard to get. So if you're looking for an older Spider-Man set that won't completely break the bank, I actually think this is a really good option. But if you get the opportunity to get any of the original Lego Spider-Man sets, I highly recommend all of them. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. And if you're interested in extra content and videos, check out the membership program starting at only 99 cents a month. There are already over 50 episodes available. See you all next time.